Let's be honest, most things in life tend to run more smoothly with a solid plan or schedule in place. For example, attending a job interview, going on a first date, organising a party, or studying for exams. And just like scheduling time for these important events in your life, scheduling time for your sleep is just as important. So if things in your life are all over the place and you're struggling to get enough sleep each night, it's time to get things back on track by creating an effective sleep schedule. Hello, and welcome to MedTouch, the best place to find the right medical information. Did you know that your brain has a hidden biological clock within it? This clock controls your daily life over a 24-hour cycle, even when you're unaware of what the exact time of day it is. The daily cycles of your body clock are known as circadian rhythms. Amazingly, circadian rhythms regulate your sleep-wake cycle by responding to environmental cues that let you know when it's time to sleep and when it's time to wake up. When your body clock is properly aligned to these cues, your sleep cycle remains stable, resulting in a good night's sleep. However, when your body clock becomes misaligned, your sleep cycle becomes disrupted, resulting in those all too familiar mornings when you wake up feeling grumpy, depleted, and ready for the day to be over before it's even begun. While you don't have full control over your body clock, you can make it more stable by training it to recognize the correct time to go to sleep and the correct time to be awake. One simple way to achieve this is by creating a sleep schedule. So that's why in today's video, we're sharing 5 tips that you can use to create the most effective sleep schedule and improve your overall sleep quality. Tip number 1, set a fixed sleep-wake alarm. Our body clock thrives on consistency. It performs best when it receives the same cues at the same time each day to signal when it needs to sleep and when it needs to wake up. So it makes sense that in order to improve your sleep, your body needs a regular sleep-wake schedule. Start by choosing a fixed time to go to bed each night and a fixed time to wake up each morning. For example, you may decide that 10 p.m. is your desired bedtime and 8 a.m. is your desired wake-up time. For this to work effectively, you'll need to commit to waking up and going to bed at these set times every day of the week. Oh yes, even on the weekends when you're tempted to sleep in. We are only human, however, and let's be honest, sometimes life just gets in the way, so a slight 30-minute deviation or an occasional late-night outing every now and then is generally okay. Just pick yourself up and try again the next day. Tip number 2, fine-tune your alarm. Most of us use alarms on a daily basis to help us wake up at a specific time each morning. However, instead of just setting one alarm, try setting 2, one in the morning to wake you up and one at night to remind yourself when it's time for bed. Setting 2 alarms is a good way to get yourself into a routine and keep yourself on track, especially when trying to juggle a busy schedule. Be mindful, however, of the type of alarm tones you use. You don't want to use a blaring, beeping alarm that will trigger your body's flight or fight response and cause unnecessary stress and anxiety. For your morning alarm, try to use an alarm tone that starts off soft and gets progressively louder. This will mimic your body's natural awakening process and will allow you to wake up feeling refreshed and at ease. At night, you may wish to use a gentle alarm tone, such as the sound of the ocean or a soft melody. This will ensure that you remain relaxed and don't feel agitated or alert right before bed. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and set your alarms. With continued practice, this small lifestyle change will make a huge difference in improving your sleep quality and allowing you to get a great night's sleep. Tip number 3, avoid napping. When you're feeling tired and sluggish during the day, a quick power nap can seem like a great idea. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Napping disrupts our natural sleep-wake cycle by affecting sleep pressure. When we wake up in the morning, our sleep pressure is completely reset, and over the course of the day, our body releases different hormones which causes our sleep pressure to begin to increase again. This is why usually at around 3 p.m. in the afternoon, you begin to feel sleepy and low on energy, and you may start thinking about having a quick power nap to give you a much needed energy boost in order to get through the rest of the day. This tempting power nap will indeed provide you with the energy you need to soldier on. However, unfortunately, it resets your sleep pressure. So when it's time for you to go to sleep at night, you're left feeling energized and alert, which is the exact opposite of how you want to feel. So, as a general rule, when planning your day, make sure you don't schedule in a quick nap because it can really stuff up your sleep at night. Tip number 4. Do something boring before bed. Most of us like to unwind and schedule enjoyable activities before bed, such as watching our favourite TV show, reading a good book, or listening to our favourite music. Although you may think these activities are helpful for promoting sleep, they typically have the opposite effect. This is because when your brain engages in enjoyable activities, it gets excited and releases dopamine. Dopamine is your brain's feel-good neurotransmitter that boosts your mood and makes you feel more alert and focused. So when we increase our dopamine levels at night, our brain takes longer to switch off when we need to go to sleep. To keep your brain from getting too excited and overstimulated at night, try engaging in a really boring activity at least 30 minutes before you go to bed. For example, if you love to read, swap that saucy romance novel for a book on a topic or genre that you have absolutely no interest in. Eventually, you'll find yourself reading and rereading the same sentences, struggling to take anything in, which is a good indicator that your brain is simply too bored to stay awake. Similarly, if you love listening to music, create a playlist with songs from your least favorite band or least favorite genre. Soon enough, your brain will be so sick of listening to that playlist that it will have nothing better to do other than switch off and let you get some much needed sleep. And if you find yourself unable to sleep once your head hits the pillow, it's time to resort to good old counting sheep. Yep, you know the drill. 1 sheep, 2 sheep, 3 sheep, 4 sheep, 5 sheep. Are you getting bored yet? If you want to bore your brain even more, try counting from 1 to 20 several times over and over again. And then again, 1 to 20 over and over and over. Soon enough, your mind will be so bored of counting that it will automatically shut off in order to avoid the torture of enduring ongoing boredom. By engaging in an extremely boring activity before bed, you teach your brain to shut off by associating sleep with an unappealing and uninteresting activity. Your brain eventually learns that nothing exciting is happening that requires your attention, so it's probably time to call it a day and switch off. And lucky for you, you finally get that much needed sleep you've been desperately longing for. Tip number 5. Schedule worry time. Do you find that the moment your head hits the pillow each night, your mind automatically goes into panic mode and starts to agonize over every little detail in your life? Not only is this completely frustrating, but it can make falling asleep almost impossible. So what can you do about it? Well, you can incorporate worry time into your sleep schedule. Okay, so you're probably thinking, why on earth would I want to dedicate my precious time to worrying about my problems? I already do that enough. Well, worry time is a useful exercise that can help you gain control over your thoughts and put your mind at ease when you're trying to sleep. So here's how it works. When you're in bed and you feel yourself starting to worry, get up, grab a pen and a piece of paper, and write down every little thing that you feel anxious or worried about. Once you've finished writing, fold up the piece of paper, place it in a nearby drawer or cupboard, and firmly tell yourself that you're going to deal with all those worries in the morning or afternoon. If you don't have a pen or paper to use, you can use your phone, but be sure to keep it on airplane mode. Lower the brightness and only use the Notes app. Don't be tempted to vent your problems to the internet or social media. This will defeat the purpose of the exercise and make it much harder for you to sleep. The next day, do what you promised yourself the night before. Schedule in 15 to 30 minutes to worry about your problems. You can repeat the above exercise by writing down your worrisome thought and choose to put it away and postpone your worry for another time, or take action and deal with it. The simple act of writing down your thoughts is a great way to problem solve, as it provides you with a unique perspective that your internal thoughts alone can't achieve. And when it comes to sleep, putting your worries to rest will not only clear your mind, but it'll also help you fall asleep much faster and get some much deserved rest. So there you have it. 5 tips to create the best sleep schedule and get a great night's rest. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, leave us a comment, and turn on that notification bell so we can stay in touch.